You know, most people either use AI or they watch YouTube. You know, I use both together. I figure things out before I do anything. You know, and if you're new to this channel, I'm Brad Kemp from Blue Nile Farm. I've been using AI for over a year now, from everything from farm decisions to basically everyday stuff. And I've learned actually how to make it useful in real life. You know, here's a simple way to think about it. AI gives you direction. YouTube shows you how to do something, and then it's up to you to make the final decision. That's it. The problem is that if you just watch YouTube, you end up watching a bunch of different videos and you're still not sure what to do. If you just use the AI, it will give you a plan, but you don't actually see it being done. So here's what I do. Let's say I got a problem on the farm. Maybe it's just like fixing a gravel driveway, dealing with mud or even a piece of equipment. The first thing I do is go to the AI and I ask it a question. And the question is, how do I fix a gravel driveway with potholes? The AI gives me the breakdown. It'll teach me things like fix the drainage, maybe scar fire the surface and get it all loose. Then regrade it, smooth it all out, and then compact it. Now I've got some form of direction, but here's something I've learned using AI that I didn't expect. It's not just giving you the answers, it's actually teaching you what's going on. It gives you the foundation, so instead of just following a bunch of steps, you start to understand why you're doing them, and that changes everything. Because now you can go to YouTube, you're not just watching a video, you're actually understanding what you're actually looking at. So the next step is YouTube. Now, instead of guessing what to search, I already know what I'm looking for because now I'm somewhat educated. I'm not just typing fixing a driveway, hoping I find something useful. Now I'm looking up specific parts of the job, looking up grading, drainage, compaction. I'm learning different terms that'll help me search for the things that I'm looking for. Now I can actually see how people are doing it in real situations, and that's where it starts to click in your head. AI narrows things down. YouTube shows it to you in real life, and again, you make that final decision. Now here's the part that really matters. AI doesn't know what kind of equipment you actually have. It doesn't know your conditions. It doesn't know your experience level. And at the end of the day, it's just everything's just in the end turns out to be a tool. And the goal is to make informed decisions, not just guesses. AI is a tool, YouTube is a tool. You're the one making the call. And that's where I think people get it wrong. They blame the AI for decisions people make. That doesn't make any sense to me. The AI gives you ideas and direction. What do you do with it? That's the important thing. That's on you. So you still have to make the right decision. And that means that the more knowledge that you have, the better those decisions will become. And that's really what the AI is doing. It's helping you build that knowledge faster so you can be more efficient and more confident in what you're actually doing. I've thought about this a lot. If I had this thing with AI and YouTube 40 years ago, my God, I'll tell you what, I'd be able to ask questions and I'd think my problems through and get direction like this. I'd be so much farther ahead in my life that it's amazing. And now I'm very grateful that I'm actually taking part in it. Not because it does the work for you, because it helps you think things through and before you actually start a project. And for people today, if they can actually use this and embrace it, and I'm talking about AI itself, it takes a lot of guesswork out of everything. You're not just winging it anymore. The AI is somewhat like an expert on all these fields. And then you're going to have some direction, you got some understanding, and that alone could save you time, money, and a lot of frustration. And it doesn't matter how old you are. It affects everybody. So again, it's so simple. AI gives you the direction, YouTube shows you how, and you make that final decision. And in the next video, I'm going to show you exactly how to use AI in a real project so you can actually see how it actually works. So until next time, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you soon.